Hello! And yeah, just as I knew it would, yesterday's failed. So you were, yeah, well, I'll show you what went up yesterday. 2 minutes. See you in 2. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome to episode 48 of 366. Now today's going to be a bit different because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab some spruce and oak. We'll just grab these for now. And yeah, I'm going out today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fly over here quickly and tell you roughly what we're doing. Wow, that's a cool ravine. Yeah, sorry, distracted. Yeah, I'm going to tell you basically what we're doing tomorrow, and then pretty much we'll disappear and we'll do it tomorrow. So you see, this is all savannah stuff. You see this weird kind of green grass here? I'm going to build a fort on it. So basically the fort is going to be like wooden towers. Don't want to hit the tree though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's a shame to get rid of the sunflower biome, but never mind. Yeah. So it's gonna have like towers like this. Then it's gonna go. So that'll have a middle. Across like, oh, flowers are so annoying. Why don't you just squash them like grass? And then we'll have, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, about there. How did that one float like that? So yeah, we can pack some of this grass in. And then what we'll do tomorrow is we'll count that and do it there across and make a big 4-way fort, like a wooden castle basically. But as I say, I'm going out today, so I'm going to tell this to do its thing and then hopefully it will do it. Last time I did this it didn't actually upload, it just like gets to 95 and then dies and stuff. It's weird. So if it doesn't, I apologise in advance, and tomorrow I'll put this video that failed to upload on in with tomorrow's somehow. Yeah, so if you get to see this, see it tomorrow where we will do the fort, and if you don't get to see this, then well, you will, it will be in tomorrow's video. So hello, and yeah, somehow it will be edited into tomorrow's video, but hopefully it will upload. So see you later. I've got to go. Bye. Yeah, so that's where the edit is, blah blah blah. That was yesterday's that failed to upload, so I've just thrown it in at the beginning of this, and now I can say hello, 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 and welcome to episode 49 of 366. So yeah, technically this is 48 and 49 because of the mess up with yesterday, but 49. Let's go. As we said, we were doing a fort. Well, you wouldn't have known until literally just a second ago, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right. It's nice and easy. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 11 in between, isn't it? Yeah. Right then, yes. So it does that from time to time. It's when you leave it and just tell it to. It's normally when you just tell it to do it when it's finished. Sometimes it doesn't do it. Stupid flowers. So, yes, I had a feeling. Oh, did I do that the wrong? I think I did it too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Derp. Yeah, so it does that from time to time, as I was saying, so there's not really much you can do about it now apart from carry on doing this fort like we said we was going to. So what are we doing now? Another tower thing. Is that in line? Good enough. Right. Oh. I think this one's going to be, so I'll go down. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll sort it out after. When we put the floor and all that stuff in, it'll be fine. It will be fine. Don't worry. So yes, what I've got to remember is not to just keep going on about building shit. And what we need to do is somehow turn that into a fort. So, how high do we want it? Keeping stuff quite small on this map, as I say. You don't want to do. I could turn this whole area into a massive fort if we wanted to, but it would look a bit out of place, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 on top. So what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not wide enough, is it? Right. Yeah, so that's 7, 7, and then 7. Oh, no, it's not 7 because it's 7 from the higher point, isn't it? Yeah. So if we block this in, imagine this is the floor from there. So that's 7, 7, 7. Do the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that one will sit one lower up than that one because there's a kink halfway. So it can't be halfway exactly because it's an odd number. There's 11 in between, isn't there? So yeah, so far we just have a mapped out fort. So as always, this is a whole load of filling in. Sorry, what can we say? How do you want to do it? Do I fill it all in up to that high and then you lot come back when it's done, or what? Do we just plod on with it and chat rubbish and say, hello, how are you, what's been going on? Well, nothing's been going on because it's half term. So we went out yesterday. We got quite a lot in half terms. Keeps the kids busy. They're out again today, which is good. Gives me a chance to just plod on and record some stuff and catch up on the TSMC Hunger Games map and stuff like that. So the other thing we want to do with this fort, actually, before we start building all of it up, is we want the walls to be double thick. So we've mapped it out, but we want the walls to actually be here, because then this is where you can walk through from tower to tower type thing, and at the top you have the walkway that you can walk round. Always remember that. If you want it to look, I built a massive castle and forgot to do it. I built all the massive walls all one, and then when you start trying to put walkways on the top, it just looks weird. So yeah, do it this way, and then it looks better. It's all about depth with these towers and castles and forts. Well, this one's not so bad because it's wood, so it's going to be quite plain. It's like an old fort. But when you're doing a castle, you want to add as much like fancy details as you can. We will build a castle on here, actually. That's not on the board, is it? It will be now. Yeah, so we'll do something. It'll be similar to this. Where can we build that? Similar to this, but out of all different bricks, and I'll show you that about layering up. Layer it up, layer it up. Yeah, this one I say won't be that layered because it's only a fort, it's not a castle. Like a castle you go more fancy pants, do more details. But with a fort it's pretty plain. Pretty standard, plain. So, yeah. Right, fill that one in. And then we'll double these walls like this. Get rid of this, because otherwise you can do walkways wherever you want, but I recommend doing it like this because it helps as well if you're in survival when you're building a castle, and that's why I hate that long grass. And you build a castle, as I was saying, it's like this, then for a start they've got to get through 2 layers, and if you want it to be really like a proper fort, when you're building out of stone and all that, you do this like this. Make everything, if obviously you want middles, but add extra extra 2 rows this way, and then put obsidian, and then another row of, say in this case if we were doing it here, you'd put a row of obsidian there, then you'd have another row of wood, and then you'd have an extra 2 rows on the towers, so that from outside you'd still have a 2 gap, and then from inside you'd still have a 2 gap, but you'd have that hidden extra row of obsidian. That really helps with stopping people getting through, because if they ain't got a diamond pickaxe, they ain't getting in. Yeah, so that's pretty handy. But this isn't all about that. This is just a little tiny fort made of wood. And I thought about this because the kids, we were talking about Gulliver's World and going back there again. They like going to places like that. So yeah, we were talking about going back there, and my youngest lad, I was like, why, what do you like there? And he was like, that wooden play area fort thing. I thought, hey, let's build a fort. Didn't think of that. Yeah, so that's where the idea for this came from, because Gulliver's World have a play area bit on one of the areas that looks like a fort. Right, yeah, so when you do this, you see, let's take, oh actually, yeah, we'll take this one up because this is the same height as that one. And I'll show you on this wall here. So then, I'll just take this one wall up, we don't have to do all of it. I want to do this wall here first and show. Oh, don't mess around. Right, swiftness is run out. So annoying. Swiftness is so annoying. Why do they have time limits on stuff in creative as well? It's like if you're in creative and building, why, obviously, if you're setting up adventure maps and stuff, you've got the bottles here for time limits. Yeah? So you can put them in chests and whatever. Same as the enchanted books, wherever they are. There. It's a bit annoying that you've only got the max enchantments on the books, so if you're setting up a map you've got to give either that or go through it in a crafting table and do it yourself. If you want to give someone sharpness 1 or something, you can't just use a book, because all the books are maximum enchantments. So yeah, you want to put a swiftness potion in creative. All they need to do is on the potions stick an extra row of, like, not even potion bottles, they can just be like on this page here, just a button for every single thing that's useful in creative, like swiftness, night vision for underwater, because if you're building in creative and you want it to be faster, or have some way of turning the speed up in creative, like so that you can move super fast anyway, you know, in the options have like a creative options menu for speed adjustments. You can go as fast as you want. So then when you're building stuff like this, you could go as quick as you wanted and build it. The fastest we can go is speed 2. So unfortunately for us, we're stuck with that. So yeah, you see, now it just makes it so much easier building like a walkway. And obviously the towers go higher. It's just working out where the walls were going. And then this is an odd number, so you'll have to do, if you do it like that, oh, if you want to use the towers as the end ones, or you've got like that. It depends which you prefer. You could either have this one where it attaches to the towers, or you can have this one where it does not attach to the towers. I personally prefer it. Well, it depends what you're using it for, really. If you want it to be like Heidi, this one's better because you have that extra block of defense as you come out the door. This one, obviously, as soon as you're out the entrance, there's there. But for looks, I personally think this one looks better. You could do a combination of both like we have there, but no. In fact, I think that's what a real castle would have. They'd have a combination, so then there'd be like, because if you do that, oh, you've still got a direct through there of arrows. I think real castles were actually set up like that, because then, well, this side I don't think it was even like that. I think the pattern only went on the outside because they weren't normally shooting in towards their own. And yes, I realised I did it completely wrong then, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I think it would have actually been like that anyway, because this was just for them to like out, and this was more of a defence. Some of them were even like this, so They didn't want people shooting in, but they wanted people shooting out. That was the plan. So they wouldn't have actually had these, whatever they're called, portcullis thingies, whatever. I don't know what they're actually. You can't see, because now it looks weird like that, doesn't it? Now that I've said it, I've got images of real castles in my head. So we're going to have to do that now, because it's going to annoy me, knowing that we haven't done it properly. So yeah, and with this as well, you can also have, obviously that's there, you've got your tunnels underneath. You can either have, well, let's go to this one because it's done. You can either have big tunnels, or you could block them in like this. Gives you a chance to put some, I don't know, what could you squeeze a double? No, you couldn't. Doesn't matter. I was just thinking about putting a double extender so you could have a door, but no. You could probably get away with a sand door underneath the floor. But yeah, no, doesn't matter. So yeah, you could have a 2 high sand door that just drops down. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, you can have it high like that, or you can block it in like this. As I say, it depends what you like. I prefer to block it. Or you could, if you wanted to, even separate everything like that, because it's, you have technically got another tunnel there. We could even turn that into a maze so that some of these connect and some of them don't. Yeah, I'll leave it like that for now, and we'll sort it out later anyway. Not really that fussed about all the details right this second. All we're worried about is topping up with more swiftness, because it's so annoying. Yeah, so little buttons just so that you could have infinite of the swiftness, so it doesn't run out. That's what I was saying before. Just because it is the fastest one, isn't it? Yeah, 40% for 4 minutes a shot. So yeah, just a row of buttons along there, please, with all the positive effects. So when you click it on, it works the same as a potion. It just stays on the whole time that you're on, so it just doesn't go away. It's like, yeah, I know I could build a beacon every time, like build a beacon and then work around a beacon, but no, it's just a button, please. Would be nice. Only in creative, obviously, because it'd be a bit OP in survival, wouldn't it? Yeah, well, we have this really powerful potion that doesn't run out, and now you're all dead. But then I suppose if you write it into the game code, people will probably hack it anyway, so managed to do it. Right, I've gone too high there, didn't I? That's there. Is that right? Yeah. It's still not right, is it? I've still gone way too high still. Way too high on that bit. Yeah, because that level is there and that level is there. There you go. So, where are we now? So again, it'd be, if you break that, it would be, where are we? We go 2 there, and is that 2 there? Yeah, this one drops down though, don't it? So we'll bring that up to there, so it's the same as the other one. And then this one we may, yeah, we'll have the steps coming out of that one. And then this one is the same, isn't it? Because that's why it was confusing me, because we drop down a bit, don't we? So this needs to match that one. So yeah, that's it. That's why it was a bit weird. It's like, well, this one's got the mud, that one hasn't got the mud. I couldn't figure it out. It's because this one needs digging down to match that one there. So it was like that. That's it. Yeah. So basically this oh, excuse me. This goes to there. Is it there? Something like that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on. 4, 5, 6. Right. That's it. 6. That's how high the walls are going anyway. So they're going there. Like that. Simple, but just tedious. That's the only problem with it. It's building these big structures. It's like just so tedious. That's what it is. It's just the same thing over and over and over. And it's like, yeah, pain in the butt. How does that work? Did we do this one wrong? How do we do it wrong? It doesn't really matter. That's at that level. Just bring it all up. It's just easier. Just easier to bring it all up. See? It's pointless counting and messing around in it. Well, all this is going to be filled in anyway. It's just that one's just going to be different. So, what would it be? Yeah, so it's 2, and then that's there. We'll just do that. 2, it's there. See, and again, we've got the 3 door. That's fine. So now we're right. Fill that in. This is how we should have done it in the first place. Put the pathways in like that. Swiftness again. Oh my! So damn annoying. Come on. Do that, and then it's just filling in the walls round them, aren't we? Really? Then we can just fill up the walls like that. All the way. Like that. And then, yeah, that's it. It's because this one goes one higher, doesn't it? That's why. It's the inside wall that goes one higher. It's the weird thing. So that goes there, and the inside one goes there. But the outside one goes there. Whoops. So annoying, aren't they? Horrible, big, square, boring structures. Right. So we went for that one, didn't we? Not connected to the towers. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. There's half a fort so far. And, yeah. 20 minutes of placing oak wood. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, we'll just block that across. It's just, that's what I said, it's just very repetitive doing big structures. That's the thing, it's like, when I'm building massive stuff, it's like, this isn't even that big, it's a scaled fort to keep with the rest. But it's still quite a big structure of the same materials over and over again. So it does get very repetitive of just placing the same wood and just over and over, just the same wood. But that's what I was saying about other castles and stuff. It's placing of the base material is the most annoying part. So you just have to get on with placing row after row, unfortunately. And so that's why a lot of people, like TSMC and that, when he used to do his tutorials, he used to skip through it loads because it is like really annoying. But it needs to be done if you want these structures in your worlds or whatever. You do have to plod on. And I've built massive stuff like this in survival. What it was is we had a survival map. Well, it wasn't my survival map. There was a survival map and everyone used to go on it, and it was basically they used to mine the hell out of it. They were all miners. So they mined and 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 mined. And there was like, what was it, like 30, 40. I reckon there was more than 40. Double chests. All full to the brim with dirt. Yeah. That's how much stuff. They just were mining the hell out of everything that moved. Like literally they were looking for spawners and everything. So they literally just like, they were quarry mining, like building a square and just mining down. So there was just stacks of dirt. So what I was doing, I don't do the mining thing like that. They were like exploring caves, mining, and just pretty much they didn't have houses or anything. They were just all under the ground all of the time. So what I decided to do was get all of the dirt from all of these 40 chests and just build in survival, remember? When it was like, Minecraft was quite young as well. We built, it was like 100 by 100 we decided to do. 100 by 100 by 100 and then build up by 100. And then that's how it started. But before you know it, it was like this huge, that became one tower, and then before you knew it there was 4 of those connected by large dirt tunnels, and we were basically just messing around building with dirt, which is a very strange thing to do in survival. But yeah, so it was 100 by 100 by 100 the towers. You don't realise how long that takes. And at the time when you're messing around in chats talking to people, you don't realise how long it's taken either. Because you're just there for hours and hours chatting to people, all on this map, just all messing around. And you don't realise where the time goes, and you think it wasn't that long, and then you realise it was 4 hours just placing dirt round and round in squares because you were too busy messing around with other people to pay attention to the fact that you were actually building a really random structure out of dirt. But yeah, by the time we'd finished it looked pretty cool. And then obviously updates came out, so we disappeared off that world and never went back because they added loads. Because obviously after that it was like TU14 and stuff like that. Big change. What was the other big change? 20 something, wasn't it? And then there was another big change, obviously 31. Another big change. But yeah, I can't remember the exact numbers, there's so many of them. Yeah, so the big changes is the only thing is you have to change the worlds, don't you? So that's what I said. This time I was lucky because the Xbox One meant I could move the survival map, which is TU14. Was it? No. Was it? I think it was 12 because it went through the biome mess up thingy. I think that was TU14. So I said a lot of our maps that we have went through like this weird biome change thing. TU14 messed around with biomes and changed biomes. Actually made a mob spawner redundant, which was weird because yeah. Basically we built a mob spawner on survival that was just off. It was right on the edge of the map, but it was on the edge of a mushroom biome. It wasn't actually a mushroom biome though. It was like green. So we built up this big hill on it and put the mob spawner on top of it, and it worked really well. It was amazing. Really good mob spawner. And then TU14 did like a biome shift type thing, and maps kind of, yeah, maps all kind of, biomes changed on maps, and certain biomes changed to certain things, and for whatever reason anyway. So that map basically, the mushroom biome, the big mushroom island that was right next to where the mob spawner was, basically decided to extend itself right across to, for whatever reason, where the mob spawner was. So now the mob spawner is sat in the middle of a mushroom island. So as we all know, there's a problem with that because they don't spawn there. So it kind of broke it really, but we couldn't do nothing about it. So we have a totally useless mob spawner in our survival map, but what can you do? There's not a lot you can do about it now, well, apart from take it all down and move it. So, but I ain't planning on doing that. It'll be easier just to leave it there for nostalgia purposes and yeah, carry on. I think actually, like, it does kind of, it's still kind of, yeah, you still get stuff spawning in it, because I think what happens is, I think the top corner, I think the furthest corner away is just out of the mushroom biome, if you know what I mean. It's one of the big square type of spawners that sticks up on a pole out of the floor. And yeah, I'm sure one corner is just out of the mushroom biome, so stuff does spawn in it, but very, very limited. Whereas when we first built it, it used to team stuff out of there. And I mean, like, it was that bad we had to put a barrier around it because we were using it like a grinder and an XP farm. And yeah, there was ways, we had it so there was ways of doing it. Like there's water, so you could drop them into water or you could block the water and then they died and stuff. Yeah, so it was really efficient at the very beginning, but then once the biome on it changed and the mushroom biome took over like 3/4 of that island, then it stopped working. So I think I might have to build another one somewhere on that map because another swiftness. Thing is, I should use these swiftness. I should count them, shouldn't I? So I know when I'm getting to the half-hour point, so we know when to stop. Yeah. Right. Oh, that one. See, by the time you realise, right? So, what's different about this one? Nothing. No. Why does it seem different? I think it's just the angle that I looked at it then. Yeah, so it's looking alright so far. So yeah, no, as I said, you've got walkways all the way around. Whee! So yeah, you can place floors at these levels. You can just do that if you wanted to. I've seen that on something else. What was it? It was like, this one went like this. How did they do it? Oh, come on. This one went round like this, all the way round. And it just went like that. So you could just run round. You could even take the corner like that if you wanted. But I prefer that. And the next road down, theirs was massive though. So imagine this on a big scale. This one here then went like, did they go inside? This one went outside, like this. I'm thinking because, yeah, this one went outside like that. And it had like that. Yeah. That was it. Because that way you've got, ooh. Yeah, so you can just fill the floors in if you want. But I'm just working out where the levels are. And then this one, you can see all this needs digging out, doesn't it? Because we decided to level it all down to here. So we'll just do that. See if we can get this. Oh no, don't like that. Let's see if we can just get what we at. 30 minutes, aren't we? Close as anyway. So we're not going to get done in the under half-hour mark, but and I know that is really clicky and I shouldn't do it when I'm recording really. I should just do the quieter way because the double click is really noisy and I know the microphone does pick it up quite badly, but let's see, there is a big difference. Oh come on, fly. So yeah, we know we're not getting done in the half-hour point because I think we're at that now and we're not quite done with the base colour yet. So we've got all that side to do yet. We'll just pile through here. That one's not so bad, is it? So, and again, I have a habit of trigger clicking because I find the swiftness potion makes you miss too many blocks. If you just rely on the speed, rely on the speed of the swiftness, you miss too many. So, all the way down this one. Come on. Even when I'm clicking now, I still miss them, so it doesn't really matter. You're in the wrong places. Why did I put you there before? That was a bit random, wasn't it? Come on, take all this down to that level so it all looks the same. Oh, it's habit. I'm sorry. It's habit to do the double click. And now because I'm talking about it, it's gone wrong. So, right, last swiftness potion. And when this one, wrong wood. Come on, don't be silly. That's bits with the other parts that maybe we'll see. This is just the base. I don't know how we're going to have to layer this up because it's quite small really as well, isn't it? Although it's like quite a big structure. This is only the base colour, so there are obviously like what embellishments can we add that are going to not be too out of place on it. Oh, a bit too far, but it doesn't matter. It's the advantage of a creative map, isn't it? Because it doesn't really matter if you break stuff, you can always just fix it. On survival sometimes that's not so easy, is it? When you set your house on fire, I've done that before. Not on mine, on someone else's. It was not my fault. I said, is fire spread up? It's like, yeah, it's definitely off. I've got a fire in my house, it's fine. Oh, that's not fair enough. Get the fire, and then, like, oops, it's on fire. Yeah, I thought you said fire spread was off. It is. No, it's not. This house is burning down. Never mind. Yeah, you popped up. But then he told me it was off. He swore it off. It's definitely off, definitely off, definitely off. Fire spread is definitely off. It's definitely off. 100%. Yeah, well that house wouldn't be on fire if fire spread was off, would it? Oh yeah, it was off. So, have we got all the way around on the floor now? Have we only got like tiny little bits to do? Yes, we have. We've got... So this one goes around the outside, just for now. We may fill these in at a later date, but we do this so that we can get the location of these. That's the only reason, and you can still walk around it. So, do the same on all of these. Just make them all identical for now. This is like the minimal requirement for the walkways, so that you can actually get all the way around using the walkways. So that will make it 100% functional. We'll have to do that with some torches and stuff after. But I'm not too worried right now, because I'm just worried about getting the main base colour of all this oak done. And then I may come back to it tomorrow and do some other colours, some more details and stuff. I was about to say, and what not. Watch too much Bigby stats, don't I? Right, so now we need to work out this. What's this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, we know what you people are like. 1, 2, 3, 4. How convenient is that? So that's where the next window would be. And then that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how high we're going to go with the towers. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 above, 4 between, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. That will be fine. Some towers are higher anyway. But yes. So the 4 in between, 1, 2, 3, 4. Window. Lovely window. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And that will be it. We will fill in that last, where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, oh yeah. Window. Window. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just mark this up so that we've got it all marked out, and then I'll do it once I finish. 1, 2, 3, 4. Window. Window, window. Oh my, come on. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that'll work. That won't be too bad, will it? And then obviously a fort has like pointed roofs, so we'll come back and do all that. We'll use all the spruce and the spruce stairs and stuff like that to put all these details in, because this is just the base colour, and we'll go and put all the details like the upside down stairs with the windows, you know, and all the little bits. Oh, someone driving fast. All the little bits and bats around the castle. So that's what we'll be doing. I think, shall we sign off now, because it's been like 40 minutes nearly. Or should we just go to the... Oh, swiftness. Please, stop running out on me. Yeah, so, or do we just... Because it's like here. This is the decisions you've got to make as well. You don't want window here or inside. You just want them on the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why don't I just look across and say, line it up? Because I'm an idiot, that's why I didn't just look to the side and line it up. So yes, then you're thinking, well, how do you get up to those if you want to have a look up there? But it doesn't really matter. We'll sort all that out later, because as I say, I don't know what I'm going to use inside for like staircases or ladders. I'm not sure. If I do staircases, I'm not doing oak staircases. I'll use a different wood because I think too much oak. So let me look. 38 minutes 21 it says it's been recording for, but we have a couple of seconds messing around at the beginning. So we'll just see how much I can get done before the 40-minute mark on my recorder. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'll sign out and say see ya. See ya. Might as well plan some more of this as well while I'm here. So yeah, let's think. So I know what I'm doing with them. It's this bit up here. Obviously that's a complete tower, isn't it? So we'll have a full roof on there. Because this isn't a castle, it's a fort. There's a difference. So yeah, I think we'll go for the pointed roof type. Not like the house roof, you know, that goes like that, if you know what I mean. But we'll go for the full to a single block at the top point. Yeah, I think we'll do that sort of roof. And see what that looks like, you know, kind of like the... Just trying to think what it is. Like the when they're round towers, you know, like in Rapunzel, when they have a round tower and then they have like the pointed roof on top that looks like a wizard's hat. But obviously we'll be doing it square, so it'll be a square pointed roof. Obviously, that's what Minecraft is, square. But yeah, that's what I say. I'm almost done this now, but I think you lot are probably well and truly had enough by now. All this boring wood, eh? So annoying, isn't it? But that's the problem we have. You have to do the annoying parts to get to do the good parts. So that's what I said. You have to grin and bear it. That's the way it works. Anyone can just do amazing little stuff and build amazing big stuff and show you it afterwards, but there's no point really. You have to build like this. You're building creative, you have no way of making it super fast. I have no way of making it super fast. This is it. This is as fast as we can go. So there's not really much you can do about it, is there? As I say, until they decide to add some sort of speed thing so that you haven't got to keep dosing yourself with swiftness potions. And the other thing is, why is left and right so much slower than up and down? Because you see then up and down are so quick compared to left and right. Like if I went to do this like this, it'd take forever, wouldn't it? Whereas if you learn to do the up and the down, you just can't do it with gravel now. It's a bit annoying. I used to do up and down with gravel and it used to work fine, but now gravel don't work like that. Well, it does, but you can only go up. Yeah, like that. The way I was just doing that. That was like a demonstration of how you have to do gravel. I could show you with gravel after, really. Oh, we've clocked over the 40-minute mark. Never mind. Oh, double placing. Just to extend the video a little bit more. Why not, eh? Why not? Yeah. Not impressed now. Enough's enough. Come on. Last wall. And then we should be done. See? Left to right. Oh, run out of swiftness anyway. But left to right. So much slower. It is so much slower. Let's face it. It is. Look. That is so much slower. But it's like that actually. Because that walkway's there, you could have some fancy... You know what I was saying about detailing it. And if you know where that one is, because you know it's there, you could, as I said, detail the wall like this. But then that's the free high one, isn't it? So you could, as I said, do that as well. Let's see what that looks like quickly, because I don't mind, because that's a free high gap in the bottom. We could add like stairs at the doorways coming up into the tunnels. So let's have a quick look at what it looks like. Why not? Nothing to lose. Creative. And change it back if you don't like it. I know, but hey. Not so sure. Not so sure. Maybe if this was one higher, so it didn't look so odd. So now it's even, 2, 2, 2. And then we put these on here. I know now you wouldn't be able to see out from the path. But again, we could always step it, like we are on the other ones, have a step going up to every corridor. But I don't know. I'm going to leave that one for now. No, I'm not decided already. Looking at it there, I don't like it. If I'd pre-planned doing that, I think I would have done it with like that, 3, then a line, then 1, 2, 3, and then had the line there. Do you know what I mean? We could try that one. I think that would look alright. So the line would be there. Definitely have to have a step up into there. And then it would be 1, 2, 3 there. We're not doing the connected one though, are we? Well, we could try and see what it looks like. Nothing to lose! So that looks better, having the 2 lines there, rather than the line at the bottom. You know, that one doesn't look so bad. I kind of like that one. Let's see what it looks like with the other way round. I don't think that one will look any good with the other way round. I think now the main no, see that looks weird now, that looks too small. That one looks better with that. Let's see. And then this would have to go up to here though, wouldn't it? Just to make it look right. So technically, what's that? Is that a... There's a 2 gap there, isn't there? We could... No, because then that would... Well, actually, yeah, that wouldn't... No. Yeah, you could fill it all in. And have that pattern across the top. Oh, that looks quite good because of the shadowing. I think we might go for that. I think we've just added an extra layer though. Because I think we've now added... Yeah. That window now lines up there, doesn't it? Oh, we've got to, haven't we? We've got to add... It's got to be there though, hasn't it? It's got to be in the middle. And give you access up onto there. See? Messed around with one side, giving it a bit of depth, using one material, and made it look a lot better. See? So start with your base. There's your base, you see? You've got a base. You've worked it out. You know roughly what you want. You've had a quick little mess around with one material. We haven't even changed material. We've changed through trial and error. We've got now, with the shadowing, the way the shadowing works, on there, a working wall that looks quite good. Well, in my opinion, it looks a lot better than what was just there. So yeah, obviously that goes there, so we need to now take that block off and that block off. But that wasn't a problem because inside we've got high enough doorways just to add the steps. That's what I said, I don't mind having the steps going up or moving all the, you know, all of the, obviously we can't go there, can we, because that's where it, oh, we can go there. As I said, now you need to adjust all your paths, but Yeah, or maybe you could just, that's what I said, we can just adjust all of those now up one as well. It's not like, that's what I said, you haven't filled in. If you did what I did, you haven't filled in the whole floor. So you haven't got to change the whole floor, you see. So now we can just move those paths up and do exactly the same as we did before. Like that. But we'll do all that after because, as I say, I've only played with one wall using one material. But we are at like nearly 50 minutes, so yeah, we are taking a while. But you see what I mean? That wall does look a lot better than that plain wall around the other side. You've got the same sort of desired effect. You can clearly now see as well that you look at this wall and they go, yeah, it's a little wooden wall, let's break through it. Yeah, bang, 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 right? Because you look at this wall, you can clearly see, oh, hang on a minute, that wall's at least 2 deep. You can clearly see that as you like just approaching it, you're like, whoa. It's not just one layer. So as, again, with a normal castle, if you're building a castle, 2 layers like that, and that's what I said, there's a good dummy effect as well, is that, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's like 22. So if you've got yourself 22 pieces of obsidian, and you swap these rows here with obsidian, anyone approaching your castle, and the other thing as well, if you wanted to, like, you can make it look like, if you broke like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and like put, if you weren't using that as a corridor, put some like obsidian behind there, just on that little corner there like that, and then have like these rows of obsidian. What people will do is they'll just walk up and they'll be like, you don't have to do this bit, that's like if you want like an abandoned, make it look like a derelict, you have holes like random places, you could have a blown hole there and just fill behind, just the bit behind the gap in obsidian. As they're approaching they think, oh well that's wood, oh hang on, what's that inside, oh that's obsidian. And they're not going to think, oh they've put 2 strips of obsidian, they're going to think, oh they're serious, they've lined their whole castle. They're just going to assume, and if you have like a hole, as I said, like a couple of little like holes like this, and everywhere you have a hole you put an obsidian block behind, like on an old castle, so it looks like it's been like dilapidated or derelict, or you know, if you're going for that style, just put obsidian just behind the blocks you break through, and then put another layer inside that, so that you have a nice layer of wood inside, and then you have like a cavity wall, kind of like these, so your whole house has a wall all the way around with random bits of obsidian. Anyone approaching from the outside will assume that you've lined the whole thing. But then if you've got plenty of time on your hands, which you must have because you've just sat here and watched me for 50 minutes build that, then go and mine some obsidian and actually line your house in obsidian in survival. That's what I did. Well, some of it, part of it. Hidden bits of it are lined in obsidian because it's the strongest we can get in survival. So, that's enough now. We've hit the 50 minutes marks on my recorder. 50 minutes marks? Minutes marks? Minute mark. Minute mark. Yeah, speak English. Well, that's it. As you can see, we've got the design for the wall now. We're going to go for that chunky wall down here. So, I will probably swap all the rest of the walls for this design now, and I will put all the paths as they were before, you know, just where that one goes there, and obviously this one, yeah, that one can stay. If we do that and that, put that there, put that there, what does that do to the windows? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't do a lot, does it? And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's fine. We can put the roof there, sticking out, obviously. Yeah, that'll be fine. That will be fine. Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll swap the walls to this wall. Adjust all the paths and all the windows accordingly. and then we'll come back, and I might do some more on it tomorrow. I don't know. If you want me to do this tomorrow, tell me in the comments. Finish the fort. And there you go. Watch to the end. I want me to finish it. Say finish the fort. If you don't want me to finish it, put, what can we put? I don't know. Another day. There you go. So finish fort or another day. Whatever you want. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. I'll build something. I'll go on. I'll play some. I don't care. I always play something. So. Yeah, so even if I come on and just build something really tiny and then disappear after 2 minutes and go back onto the other map, it doesn't really bother me. Whatever you want. What do you want to see? That's the point. This is not my map. Well, it is, but at the end, I'm going to put it for download and then you lot can do what you want with it. So it's not like a map that I will keep, and obviously I'll show off the monument and that on the channel. So once everyone's seen it on my channel, if I ever see it come up anywhere, I'll say, well look, I'll put it on my channel first. There it is. It's mine. So I don't care. You do what you want with it once I've released it. So anyway, too long. Video's too long. Kind of like makes up for yesterday's bad failed video attempt at trying to pre-upload and telling it to publish when it had finished, and then I don't know what happened. It should have done it before the computer went to sleep. The computer I set to not go to sleep for like 5 hours, so unless YouTube did something really weird and it didn't do it in time for the 5 hours and the computer shut down, I don't know. But anyway, that explains the beginning bit. We know that rubbish. See you tomorrow with whatever you want. Bye.